What's up, team? Welcome to another episode of The Real Talk with your girl. And on today's episode, I'm here to wish my amazing mothers happy Mother's Day. Yes, it's the month of May and it's dedicated to mothers. So to all the amazing women out there, happy Mother's Day. To all the mother figures in our lives, we appreciate you. But my special wishes on this Mother's Day, 2024 Mother's Day, goes to any young woman out there or any woman out there who has had a miscarriage or lost a baby before. Like, yeah, my special happy Mother's Day goes to you, and today I'm here to share my story. Hey there, my name is Ara.b and this is The Real Talk. Let's get real. Losing my third pregnancy is one of the hardest things I have to deal with in this very year 2024. Like I found out I was pregnant somewhere the third week of January. I was very excited. In fact, I did the test myself, and when it was positive, I told my husband. We were both excited, but we still went to the hospital so that we can get like the official pregnancy test saying positive, because yeah, who trusts you in these days? I don't know where that came from. So we went to the hospital. We're both very excited, and we're just hoping and praying this time around we get a boy, because two girls, we don't want any mansa. And then the funny thing is, our joy didn't last. It didn't last at all, because just 2 weeks after we found out, or even less than 2 weeks after we found out, one Sunday after church, trust me, that was the day to that church was powerful. I was all over the place. I was singing, I was excited, I was happy, and we even went to visit families. And then when we came back, you know, Ghana nowadays is very hot. I decided I need to take a shower before we do anything, we eat or anything else. I went to the shower and I realized I was bleeding. I wasn't scared, not at all, because my second baby, I had a threatening miscarriage or threatening abortion, however you put it. I started bleeding when I was pregnant with my second girl, but I just went to the hospital and I was just admitted for a week, and later brought home to be on bed rest for some time. So when I realized I was bleeding, I wasn't really scared. I was like, gosh, what's up again? So I told my husband, like, babe, I'm bleeding, let's go to the hospital. We decided to go to the nearest hospital in Dansoman, but unfortunately they were not working on Sunday. So we drove, in fact I drove to airports, a hospital in airports. I don't want to mention any name here. So when we got there, the funny thing is, when all the ladies on this, all the ladies would be able to relate to this. The guys, please forgive me. There's something about bleeding that when you're sitting down, even in your period, when you're sitting down, you don't really feel anything happening much. So whilst driving, I was even having a conversation. I was fine, because in my head, even if I'm really bleeding, I know, like, they'll just put me on bed rest, I'll be fine. So whilst driving, I didn't feel anything. I was comfortable with talking. But the moment I got to the hospital and then I got out of the car, I felt everything in me come out. So I went in there, I told the receptionist, I need to see the doctor now. They asked me for whatever, I gave it to them, and I couldn't believe they asked me to go and do vitals. That was not the time or the place for vitals. Like, I really need to see the doctor. So I just asked, does the doctor have any patients in there? They said no. I just walked in and I was like, doc, I need your help. I'm pregnant and I'm bleeding. I need you to examine me and tell me what is happening. As at that time, I was panicking, but I was still like cool. Like, I was holding myself together. And then the doctor started the examination. He said, okay, lie down, let's see, put the whole thing, was trying to do the scan to see what is happening. And then she didn't really say much. She just asked, oh, okay, are you okay? Are you feeling any pain? Where is the pain exactly? I was like, doc, can you tell me something? He was like, relax, I'm just going to give you some transfer a scan for you to go and do, but we don't do that scan in this hospital, so you can go to a hospital in East Legon to go and take that scan, and when you come back we'll discuss further. I told the doc I don't want to go anywhere because I'm literally bleeding. Is there something you can do to help? But the doctor just said, relax, go take the scan, come back and let's talk. And trust me, by the time I left, it's like I just knew what has happened. I remember coming out of the doctor's office and I just walked out of the hospital and I walked. Probably I caused this whole thing because I walked from the hospital to the main road, and then my husband kept asking, Ara, what is it? Like, what are we doing? Honey, just talk to me. I don't want to say anything because I don't know. I knew what is happening and I didn't want to talk about it. So my husband just kept following me. He didn't have any other option, but he kept following. He really wanted me to talk, but I wasn't in the mood. Then I took a taxi, told the taxi, this is where I'm going. Can you take me there? They took me there, and then I went to take the scan, and that's when the doctor over there, or the whatever over there, told me. At the moment as I was lying down, that doctor, it was a she didn't put the scan on my tummy. They had to actually, go in there to see what is happening. And then when she told me, I became emotionless. It's like I knew it whilst walking to pick a car here. I left the car. I just left my car and I decided to just walk and pick a taxi there. So when the doctor told me I was fine, I didn't even remember, but I think I was just motionless. It's like tears was just coming down, but I wasn't really making any sound or anything. I was just lying down. And my husband just looked at me and then he told me, honey, it's fine. It's okay. You have another Jaden. I just lied there for sorry. So I just lied there for some time, and then they asked us to go to the receptionist or the reception and wait for the result. Even though I knew what it was, I still had to present the result back to my doctor so that we can finalize everything. So I couldn't wait, so I just went out, and then my husband waited to take the result, and then he came out. We ordered for both, and then we went back to the hospital at the airport, and they officially told me that this is what happened. I kept asking, what did I do wrong? I'm sorry that this video is so long, but I kept asking, what did I do wrong? And it just dawned on me how many people really go through this, how many women out there go through this. And I am even privileged to have 2 kids already. So for ladies and women out there who don't have children and they go through this, how did they go through it? As I said, it is the hardest thing I'd have to deal with in this year 2024. It's difficult. And to all my amazing ladies out there, women out there who has lost pregnancy to whatever reason, happy Mother's Day. You were going to be an amazing mom, and guess what? You will be an amazing mom because you have another Jaden. You have another baby. That I know for sure. But I'm just here to share my story because I don't think I've really taken time. I'm sorry for ending this episode like this, but until my next episode, sorry. Peace out.